Hey everyone, so this is Catfish, Season 9, Episode 1. So back at it again, making these catfish videos. So it's involving a guy named Tyler who's looking to finally see this woman named Stefany. Tyler's 26, lives in Massachusetts, and he met this woman, Stefany, on Pornhub, of all places. And I'm just, okay, so he comes on the Zoom call and he's like, well, he used to work at this coffee shop, but due to COVID, um, he lost his job, and that's why he got into Pornhub, or into porn specifically. He then said he saw one of her videos, and even though her face wasn't shown in the video, uh, he said that her body seemed to match that of her face. And it's like, sir, please don't. Like, really? Come on, sir. Like, anyway, so every time he's trying to video chat or meet up with her, she's like, well, my parents always have to have, both my parents seem to be needing surgery and yada yada yada. And also he claims that the reason why she can't video chat is because he has an iPhone, she has an Android. And I'm just like, sir, please. I have an Android. I've had Androids ever since smartphones became more popular with people. And Androids, just like iPhones, started out with one camera, which was, on the back. And then you know, they eventually went to a camera on the front too. Like, so now they have two cameras. Um, so just like iPhones, Androids have evolutions of how cameras, how many cameras they had. And there's a plethora of of video chatting services that both Android and iPhone users can use together, um, outside of, you know, FaceTime, because FaceTime is an exclusive iPhone feature and Android doesn't have that. But both Android and iPhones can download Skype and can download Zoom. And I'm sure there's other apps that allow you to video chat with each other that are common on both Android and iPhone. So there's no way that she could not have video chatted. And there's no, I mean, as attractive as she is, there's no way she would not video chat. There's no way. So get your ass together and make it make sense, please. Because, please. So they get to the point where they ask him for, Stephanie's information, including her Pornhub account, and conveniently, her account is gone due to verification issues. Not surprised. Not surprised. So when they get all of her information and start, looking into her, after they get off the Zoom call with Tyler, surprise of all surprises, not really, her boob pictures were easily found on the internet. Not that surprising at all. Just really not that surprising. So when they run her phone number, they end up seeing the name Leah Dunger associated with her phone number, and that she's like, and they eventually come to find out through like a voter registration site that she's this Leah 63, so we're assuming that's her mother. But they also find on this voter registration site that Stefany is 35, lives in the Tampa area, but is apparently married. So they bring Tyler back to the Zoom call, and tell them everything that they found. So they end up, calling her, only get her voicemail, uh, and then text. And when they text her, she responds back saying, "Oh well, I can't video chat." Shocker, again, shocker. So Kamie's like, she don't got a smartphone to the video chat, but she can access porn. Okay. On what? Though, her phone or her laptop or what? It's like, okay. So he comes up with this idea to overnight a phone that will be capable of video chat to them, and she's like, okay, yes, but the address is in Texas. It's just like, okay, just anyway. Next day, after the phone is overnight shipped to her, Tyler gets a text from her saying, "Well, I got the phone, but I can't video chat until tomorrow." And it's just like, and I can only video chat if it's not on the show. Like, does anybody, or was anybody else thinking, well, she's not, just like Nev was saying, like, there's no way she's gonna video chat. If she's not willing to video chat today and saying, well, let's do this tomorrow, she's not gonna come out and fucking video chat. She's just not going to. So, Tyler puts his foot down, finally, and it's like, well, either chat with me today on video, or I'm not talking to you anymore. So, she's like, fine, okay, I'll do it. So, surprise of all surprises again, it's not the girl in the pictures. Her name's really Stefany, but that's not her in the pictures, obviously. Big shocker again. So, at this point, Tyler's not with the shit. I'm not with the shit. And he's over it and leaves the video call for a few minutes, and eventually comes back on, and they part ways, and we come to find out that even talking as just friends, he can't do. So he eventually stops talking to her, and they repeatedly try to get in touch with Stefany, and she repeatedly refuses to speak to them. So personally, I think Tyler, well, yes, he was hurt in the past, and he got hurt with this situation because she had clearly lied about what she looked like. I think it was also because of the fact that, she wasn't like, she clearly wasn't as attractive to him as the photos that she was portraying them to be as, like, portraying herself to be as. Like, she wasn't as attractive as those pictures, and so because of that, I think that's also why he wasn't wanting to continue talking with her as just friends, because he couldn't get past how she looked physically, and which is all fine and good. Just say that shit. I mean, anyway, so I knew this episode was gonna be some BS, and I knew it was gonna be some BS, and it's just like, I just knew. Anyway, so next week on Catfish, this woman named Courtney has been talking to this guy named Chris for the last 3 years, and when they first started talking, he apparently was living in Turkey. And at some point, whether it's in the middle or the end of the episode, it sounds like someone's using like a voice modulation or like Google Translate to send or to speak to Nev and Kamie, either because the person that they're portraying in the photos isn't actually a guy, and they're really a girl, so they don't want to want Courtney to hear their actual voice, or maybe it's because they don't actually speak English. Who knows? But because of that particular piece of information, I think I will at least watch that episode. I'm not sure for sure if I'm gonna um, make a video on it, but if it's good enough, if the last 10 minutes are good enough, I will make a video on it. Otherwise, that's all I have.